Hello and welcome to Coaching for Realtors, being tip of the day here on Periscope. I'm Deborah Ivanoff, the being coach, joining you each day with tools, tips, and tricks to help you work less and accomplish more by aligning your inner being with the actions you take in the world. And let me see if I can do this. Tap, flip the camera. I'm going to get really good at this, you guys. I am, eventually, but my camera doesn't want to. So, hi everybody. Have you ever heard the term mind over matter, or maybe even mind over mood? I want to talk a little bit about that today. If you've ever heard those terms, or maybe mental toughness, maybe that term. I know that's a term a lot of people like to use. And what that term means is to use your mental capacity to overcome what you're feeling emotionally, right? Okay, well, there's a problem with that. Because in reality, okay, I'm going to say it, it doesn't work. I want you to think about this. Has it ever worked for you? Have you ever been able to, for any length of time, mentally been able to overcome what's going on for you emotionally? Maybe for a few moments you can reason your way out or logic your way out, but ultimately the heart, and sometime I'll talk to you guys about this, the heart is all through your body, all through your brain, and it's going to win. I'll just say that. It can hijack your entire body, and it's going to win. And it's going to win by stopping you in your tracks and throwing you into fight, flight, or freeze. So we'll set that aside for another time. Today, I do want to give you a little example, and this actually happened to me last night. Last night, I was working on something that involved new technology, learning new skills, putting some things together on the computer, and for whatever reason, the program that I was working with, I couldn't find where to click and what to do. I was becoming very frustrated, couldn't get the answers online, and realized that what I was trying to accomplish by 10 p.m. at night was not going to happen. So shortly thereafter, my son very kindly said, hey, why don't we go for a walk? Let's go out for a walk today, or tonight. And I said, okay. And we did. We went out for a walk. It was 10 o'clock at night. It was cool. It was nice. And we lived down near a river. So it smelled good. It was nice. It was really nice out. And I felt all of my stress and tension just lifting off and moving away. So that's what we call a release. So if I had just sat here, I'm going to let it go. Why do we let it go? That's another topic for another time. But letting it go, when we release that, we let it go, we reclaim our connection to the flow. So that's an important thing to do, actually, to release and not stay resistant and rigid and attached and holding onto things. So I allowed my body to lead me into letting that go. And because of that, I was able to rest and relax and get back in the flow. And today I will be picking up where I left off yesterday without any of the residual resentment, frustration, anger pointed at anyone, including myself. So now, why is this important? Why is any of this important? Why am I even telling you this story and talking to you about it today? Well, a couple of reasons. Number one, tomorrow I have as part of my Client Appreciation Month, I have a very special webinar called What to Do When You Feel Like You're a Fraud. Because I've talked to a lot of people in a lot of different professions, and this is something this is something all people experience at some time or another. This feeling that if other people only knew, my insecurity or my lack of confidence, they wouldn't want to do business with me, or if they only knew what was really going on for me, they wouldn't admire me or say these nice things. And I want to help people get over this. There's a reason. So we are going to bring in the mind a little bit. There is a reason that we have this feeling, sense, thought that we're a fraud. There's actually a reason to it. And tomorrow I'm going to be talking about how to overcome it. So if that's of interest to you, would you please go to my website at The Being Coach Events. So that's The Being, B-E-I-N-G, The Being Coach Events, plural.com, and you'll see all the information for how you sign up for that. That's going to be a 30-minute presentation and about 10 minutes of Q&A. So that's going to be something that I have designed to help people understand that this feeling like they're just not cutting it, like they're a fraud, like they don't match up, You don't have to have that feeling. There's a reason it's happening, and there's, number one, a way to overcome it, and number two, a way to use it. So just like I talked about today, about releasing all that frustration so I could come back to my work renewed and fresh today, this is what you can do. There's a way to use the feelings that we experience and even overcome. And I want to help you guys do that. Again, thank you for joining me today. This is Deborah Ivanoff, the Being Coach, signing off saying it's not just about what you do, it's about who you're being while you're doing it. Okay, everybody, I'll hit you tomorrow for another tip for Coach for Realtors, your being tip. And again, want to remind you to go to my page, thebeingcoachevents.com, and check out my call tomorrow. It's free, by the way, my free webinar, What to Do When You Feel Like You're a Fraud. Okay, everybody, have a great afternoon. Bye now.